Hello, you're watching Hornbill TV's Explanatory. In some historic landmark for the country, Uttarakhand became the first state in the country to implement a uniform civil code, which presents common law for marriage, divorce, inheritance of property, etc. A day after Uttarakhand Chief Minister Pushkar Singh Dhame introduced the Uniform Civil Code Bill, the State Assembly passed it on Wednesday. The UCC bill, which will now become an act, is based on the draft submitted by a high-level committee formed by the Uttarakhand government under the chairmanship of retired Supreme Court Judge Justice Ranjana P. Desai. The implementation of the Uniform Civil Code in Uttarakhand comes months ahead of the Lok Sabha elections in 2024. Reports have claimed that the union government is planning to bring a similar law at the national level, and BJP-ruled states like Gujarat and Assam are already in the process of passing UCC law in their respective states. And in today's explanatory, we'll delve into the aspects of Uniform Civil Code and what significance it holds in today's time. Coming to the heart of what the UCC is, the proposal of the UCC has encountered resistance from Orthodox Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs and minorities whose customs have remained untouched since the time of British rule. Even the framers of the Constitution, unable to resolve the conundrum, prudently included it in the directive principles of state policy rather than the fundamental rights. The Uniform Civil Code aims to establish a uniform legal framework for all citizens regardless of their religion. Article 44 in the DPSP, found in Part 4 of the Constitution, states that the states shall endeavour to secure for the citizens a uniform civil code throughout the territory of India. The Constitution explicitly states that the state can only endeavour to achieve a common code among its citizens rather than enforce it. Now, from requiring compulsory registration with the state while starting or ending a live-in relationship for heterosexual couples, a record of which will be kept in a police station, providing for maintenance to the woman when deserted by a partner, to prescribing jail term of up to 6 months for not producing a certificate of the relationship. These are some of the clauses in the UCC Act. Reports indicate that the Uttarakhand draft recommends a complete ban on polygamy and polyandry while establishing a uniform marriageable age for girls across all religions. The draft mandates compulsory marriage registrations and guarantees a maintenance allowance for women of all faiths. The proposed bill seeks to make offences like halala, iddat and triple talaq punishable. It may also include provisions that ensure equal treatment of men and women regarding property and inheritance matters. The Uttarakhand government, though, has cleared that the members belonging to the scheduled tribes community will remain out of the purview of the Uniform Civil Code. The UCC will not apply to members of any scheduled tribes within the meaning of Clause 25 of Article 366, read with Article 142 of the Constitution of India, and the persons and group of persons whose customary rights are protected under Part 21 of the Constitution of India. While there have been voices that have supported the implementation of UCC in Uttarakhand, there have also been voices that showed dissent too. Jamiat Ulema-e-Hind, one of the leading organizations of Islamic scholars belonging to the Deobandi school of thought in India, on Tuesday said Muslims cannot accept any law that is against the Sharia, and asked if tribals can be exempted from it, then why not the minority community under religious freedom provisions of the Constitution? In a statement, Jamiat Chief Maulana Arshad Madani said, "We cannot accept any law that is against Sharia because a Muslim can compromise on everything, but he or she can never compromise on Sharia and religion." Madani questioned that if scheduled tribes can be kept outside the purview of this law under one section of the Constitution, then why religious freedom cannot be given to Muslims under sections 25 and 26 of the Constitution, recognizing the fundamental rights of citizens. Religious freedom is guaranteed, thus the Uniform Civil Code negates fundamental rights, he claimed. If it is Uniform Civil Code, then why this distinction between citizens, he asked. The question is not about the personal law of Muslims, but about keeping the country's secular constitution intact, Madani said. He questioned that when the civil law is not the same in the whole country, then why do they insist on applying a family law throughout the country? Another stark revelation that has caused quite a concern is about another clause in the bill, and which is the registration for live-in relationships. This is supposedly intended to protect women if they are abandoned. Further, the bill requires the partners to notify the registrar within a month of entering into a live-in relationship and while terminating a live-in relationship. It prescribes a jail term of up to 3 months for not registering a live-in relationship. In case of failing to produce a certificate of live-in relationship, a term of 6 months is prescribed on conviction. From the liberal perspective that values free choice, be it of changing partners and not opting for marriage, this clause of report at the Thana is being seen as deeply discomforting and raises questions of privacy and liberty. But children born of live-in relationships will be considered legitimate and deserted women will be entitled to maintenance from their partner. About the need to register live-in relationships, Chief Minister Dhami said, "For us, the protection of children is important. The law," he said, "is also meant to give assurance to parents and security to children. There have been incidents in the past and this provision will provide protection," he added. Now, looking at it from Nagaland's point of view, the Rio-led NDPP-BJP government's United Democratic Alliance has firmly put its foot down when it comes to the implementation of UCC in the state of Nagaland, saying that it will not implement UCC in Nagaland as it is protected by Article 371A of the Constitution. The woes of the people further got softer as in July of 2023, a delegation of Naga leaders met Union Home Minister Amit Shah and claimed assurance from the government that the Law Commission is considering the idea of excluding the Christian community in the state and some tribals from the proposed Uniform Civil Code legislation. The 12-member Naga delegation led by Chief Minister Nipu Rio met Shah to talk to him about various concerns of the state, including on the implementation of a Uniform Civil Code. We apprised the Home Minister of Article 371A, which is applicable to Nagaland and is based on the 16-point agreement signed between the Naga tribes and the Government of India in July 1960. According to this agreement, as well as Article 371A, the freedom we exercise in our religious and cultural practices can't be impinged upon by any central law passed by Parliament. Only if such a law is also passed by the State Assembly as a resolution can it become applicable to the state of Nagaland, said the spokesperson of the Nagaland government and an advisor to the ruling Nationalist Democratic Progressive Party, KG Kenya. Not only the state government but several civil society organizations of the state too have vehemently opposed the implementation of the UCC in the state, which in the political aspect of the state, the CSOs have a huge say. And in this regard, and a huge sigh of relief for the Naga citizens, on the 12th of September last year 2023, the Nagaland Legislative Assembly adopted a resolution to exempt the state from Uniform Civil Code. The resolution was adopted unanimously by all 60 MLAs. BJP MLAs had also supported the resolution. BJP is a part of the coalition ruling the state. So hopefully, even though it has been seen as a priority of the centre to implement UCC at the national level, Nagaland seems to be in a better position over UCC not being implemented in the state. Now, soon after the bill was tabled in the Assembly, Deputy Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Keshav Prasad Maurya, said that after Uttarakhand, the UCC would be brought to his state at an appropriate time. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma said he would monitor events in Uttarakhand and bring in the UCC as soon as possible, but in the meantime, he would bring an act to ban polygamy. Now that the Lok Sabha elections are approaching and Prime Minister Modi is hoping to get his third term, only time will tell if this was another masterstroke of the BJP in trying to woo the voters of the country, that too just before the general elections. While the debate over the Uniform Civil Code is slowly gaining momentum, can Nagaland really be exempt from implementing UCC is the question which has many Nagas concerned, and will the resolve of our leaders be enough from shielding and protecting the customary and cultural rights and practices of the Nagas? Only time will tell. And for more explainaries like this, keep watching Hornbill TV. Goodbye.